Hey everybody, this is Coach Kirk. Welcome to ACD Combatives. I put together a rundown of my favorite takedowns and throws. Again, my system of Taiho Jutsu and Hapkido is for law enforcement, so these takedowns have to be objectively reasonable, Graham v. Connor. So you're not going to see me dropping people on their heads. This is like the core techniques that I use, and everything is kind of built around these core techniques. Please enjoy. Harai goshi, one of my favorite throws. Of course, like all my throws, this is your self-defense variation, not a sport variation. Your basic ankle pick, you can also turn this into a knee tap takedown. One of my favorite go-tos, especially from a failed Uchimata, which will be the next throw. Uchimata, probably my favorite and the one I use the most, more than any other throw. Again, this is for self-defense, not sport. So I'm not going to roll with the opponent like you would in sport. It's going to be a shallow kick with the leg. The basic seatbelt takedown. I have used this in the field. It's a great way to take somebody down in a soft manner. It's a definite go-to for law enforcement and self-defense or any combatives program. The basic corkscrew takedown, it's funny how quickly you can get to it from so many different angles. It's a great addition to your program. Your basic standing double leg. Never drop to your knees on the street if you want to keep your kneecaps intact, and you want to be able to keep upright, mobile, and not necessarily have to go down with the opponent. Great for self-defense and law enforcement. The rear drop takedown. This one you can definitely juice up and fall with the opponent, or you can take them down more gently. It is up to you. Like all these techniques, you can always juice them up. Simple knee bump takedown, super easy to teach, easy to learn, extremely effective. One of my go-tos, I use it all the time. ankle pick. Amazingly simple. It's great if you've taken their back and they're pulling away from you, and you can just grab that lagging foot and they go down. It's another soft takedown, just like most of these. This is your soft style hip toss or hip throw. In law enforcement, you often have your duty gear on, which sometimes can get in the way of getting a solid hip placement. But I like to teach a soft style when I do use this throw. This is my entering takedown or throw number 1. I've also called it the Plan B. Watch that in other videos. I use this one a lot when you get to the 2-on-1 position. Now following entering throw number 2 and entering throw number 3. I call them all entering throws because you're cutting into the opponent's center line. Usually I teach it from a 2-on-1 position, and which one I use, 1, 2, or 3, depends on what kind of resistance and angle and direction your opponent goes or reacts with. Circle throw, or the AKA the Captain Kirk. That's what my drill sergeant called it when I learned it in the Army. So being a Star Trek fan, I kept the name. Guys, I don't use this throw very often, but occasionally you have somebody who's trying to do like a tackle and it just comes out. It's a great one to add to your repertoire. Armbar takedown. First, the classic armbar takedown that you see in pretty much every style of martial art. And then my more favorite go to the Russian 2-on-1 or just a 2-on-1 takedown. The classic Sankyo, or also known as a twist lock, depending on what style or system you train. I can't tell you how often I've used this in the field as a law enforcement officer, as a control technique, but absolutely as a takedown, as you will see here. The Kodagaish, or outside wrist takedown. This is also a classic that you see in pretty much every style of martial art has some variation of this. It is a good go-to and definitely should be part of your tool bag. Nikyo or Z-lock, definitely something you should have in your tool bag. It's something I haven't used all that often in my career, but it is a good control hold, and you turn it into an armbar takedown. Right here is the arm pull takedown. I'm going to show you gi and no gi variation. Easy to learn, definitely effective on the street, and like all these techniques, it's not bashing somebody down, it's a controlled takedown. Here's the basic outside leg sweep, another classic that you see in so many different martial arts. I like it because you can, again, control the person descent, and you'll see that I'm doing more of a self-defense variation, of course, like all the throws, and nothing sport-oriented where you roll with the individual. Hey guys, this is a fun one. This is a snap down with a gi, great during those fall and winter months when people are wearing coats. I've definitely used this in the field. It is definitely practical and very controllable. All right, guys, I'm going to end it here. There's some others I could have added, but this video is getting long. As advertised, these are my favorite go-tos.
Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out.